Okay, my love, what has the great pumpkin brought me today?
Why are cemeteries spooky?
Ooh, you want the real answer?
Yeah.
It's because humans are afraid of death, and there's no place where death is more apparent than a cemetery. That's the real answer. It's not a very fun one, but it's the real answer. We are deathly afraid of death, and you cannot go through a cemetery
without thinking
being
about
confronted of death.
with death.
Yeah,
Right.
And so that's the fundamental fear. Then you add things like the nighttime and all the noises of the nighttime that you don't know what that sound is, and you're walking through a freaking cemetery, and is it just the branch brushing, or is it the spirits of the underworld coming up to suck your soul? Right? That's a real question. The fear in the mind. Yeah. Now, some of us kind of enjoy cemeteries. It's kind of the one place you can go at night where no one's going to bother you.
That's why I like them.
But, it's the...
Nobody comes and hangs out in cemeteries.
Well, except the ne'er-do-wells. Except people like you and me.
Want to be alone, thank you very much.
We go hang out in this. But it doesn't mean it doesn't freak you out.
No, it still freaked me out. But yeah. I did it anyway.
Yeah, because it's nothing. But
yeah, I had to talk myself down a couple times. I left hastily a few times.
Yeah, because they're just freaky places. Well, because you got tombstones and stuff and weird shadows and
weird shadows. Oh my God!
And things look like they're moving, and the wind blows, and because of the trees rustling, and again they're coming through all these stone things. And you got the mausoleum, so you always get the one with the weird whoo sound, and and so and there's something very human about being afraid of places where dead people are. Maybe it goes back to the days of ignorance, and it's for most of human history. I mean, we didn't know. And so then you hear these...
Didn't know what? We still don't know what's going to happen.
Well, I mean, but in history, it was hard to tell the difference between someone who was actually dead and someone who was close to death. And this being buried alive thing, it happened more often than we'd like to think.
Well, they used to. I forget what time period. They would attach a little bell.
Yeah.
Down to into the coffin, and I forget what the numbers was. It was something like 25%, something insane.
Yes, there's been periods of history where it was a real fear, and so these fears don't come from nothing. They don't come from nowhere. It's they're the remnants of history's past, but these fears are real. They're not imagined. We just no longer remember where they come from. They've been ingrained in us for so long that they're almost part of our DNA. It's almost ingrained in us that deep. And I think that's why we get so spooked out from trips through to and around cemeteries. And that's your daily dose of spookiness.